What's going on, all you wild vacationers? Your two favorite Globetrotters are back once again. This time we're reporting live from Italy for the second season of Mike White's hit HBO show, now streaming on HBO Max. We're talking about The White Lotus season two.
So romantic. You're gonna die. They're gonna have to drag you out of here.
So that's right. We're back for the second season of The White Lotus, a new locale and an all new cast of characters, that you're either going to love or hate. There's one in particular that I hate. We'll talk about him in a little bit, but just a nice group of actors here coming in, some unknowns that I didn't really know before, and some familiar faces. Obviously behind you, Michael Imperioli, Christopher from The Sopranos, of course. Then you have Theo James. He was in like the Divergent movies. He's been in some other movies along the way. I recognized him. And then Aubrey Plaza. No introduction needed. Then you have Lulu Richardson, who I didn't really know too much about before. She's the young blonde up there. Um, really great performance from her. I was really impressed with her as an actress in this. Hadn't really seen too much from her. So you have the wild DeGrasso family coming back in this season. Michael Imperioli of F. Murray Abraham as the dad, and then you have young Albie there, Adam DeMarco. I really love them. They were the best group of my favorite actors and favorite characters on this show this season. Following them from where they started at the beginning of the season, all on a family trip and dealing with all the baggage along the way from the dad's relationship with the mom, his philandering, and basically sleeping with everybody he can lay his eyes on, get his hands on. And then you find out the apple doesn't fall far from the tree in terms of the father and the son. So just a really fun satire that plays out. And it's all from the mind of Mike White. He brings a lot of the same kind of dark humor from the first season over into the second season. And a new location, but obviously the White Lotus Hotel is where the name comes from. An all new, hotel staff full of crazy characters, and just an overall more fun experience. I really liked the location. It looked beautiful. They filmed this during COVID. It felt like he had a lot more time to work on this and work with these actors. And I really enjoyed the second season.
Yeah, it was way better than the first. As you guys know, as we talked about in other podcasts and our review of last season, I didn't like the first season at all. I thought they were all very, very annoying, just didn't like the show. But this season fixed a lot of those issues. So I was really excited, and we ended up binging this in a few days. So that's how much we, fell into the story and these characters, and they all did a really great job. Nobody was annoying. All the stories were really great. Scenery was beautiful. It had an eerie vibe to it that I was telling you about. Just something fell off. They gave it like a creepy vibe to it. And it was like characters showing up.
Sure, just like the first season with the bodies being found, kind of showing you right at the beginning, and then you having to follow it week by week to find out like, hey, who was that? Like, what's going to happen here? Something bad's going to happen. And like you mentioned, the way that he filmed it and the way the episodes led into each other, there's really this impending sense of doom between these characters. You don't know who it's going to involve. You're getting to know all these characters, and you like certain ones more than others, and you never know if they're going to go at any time. Like, what's going to happen? Is the mafia going to get them somehow? Is the significant other going to kill them? There's a lot of relationship study here. That's really what the White Lotus is all about. It's about the individual characters interacting with other people. A similarity between the first season and the second season, obviously the hotel staff, like we mentioned, with Murray Bartlett from the first one. He was the standout, as the guy that operated the White Lotus. In this one, we get the lady this time, Valentina, and she's kind of this, she seems really stuck up. She doesn't like these people. She has a certain, attitude that she has in the show, which, feels familiar from the first season, with the staff and everything, how she berates them. She doesn't want her coworkers talking. She gets real jealous and she's kind of petty. So it keeps a lot of the same flavor as the first season, but really expands upon what really the made it work in the first season. The things that worked really well in the second season. Being in Italy, obviously with the DeGrasso family there, we talked about infidelity, and it really deals with Michael Imperioli's character, Dominic, split up from the wife, who he talks with on the phone. And, Albie knows that he's cheated on the mom and everything. So there's this tension between the two of them. and things get highlighted when some hookers show up on at the White Lotus, and end up meeting with Michael Imperioli, and he sleeps with one of them, and it just causes all these problems, and it just kind of goes like dominoes from there. It starts causing all these problems just from these two girls who show up, and both of them really did a fabulous job too. I loved both of their characters. They really brought a lot to the show. Seemingly minor characters there to just make money and sleep with people, but they each achieved a level beyond their means there. Like the one was we found out was the singer.
Yeah, the hookers were definitely good in this. They kind of made their way around the group of people behind us, but it's really interesting how it all kind of ties together. This is basically just like the first season, to look at wealthy people and how miserable they are. They all have problems just like the rest of us. Just because they have a ton of money, they're still have problems, and they really dive into that in unique and different ways. The cast behind me, all really fantastic across the board this season. Haley Lou Richardson playing Portia, I thought she was probably the best performance. Again, like you said, I'm not familiar, I haven't seen her in anything else, but she really carried this season for sure. I loved her character as Jennifer Coolidge's like a personal assistant and basically dealing with all of her bullshit. Jennifer Coolidge's character was, I think, more annoying this season. Just her face all the time and just constant complaining. She has like $500 million and she's never happy. So, Portia's character has to deal with a lot of shit. She meets up with Albie, had some sort of fling, and then the rest of the characters show up. Aubrey Plaza and her husband, Ethan, played by Will Sharp. I couldn't stand that guy at all. He was always pouting and sad. So their relationship was terrible. And then you had Theo James's character and his wife, who was just shitty too. They're just all shitty people. And that's what exactly what the creator's going for in this is just people you don't want to like, and that's the whole point. They're just all miserable, making stupid mistakes, and this is what happens no matter where they go. They go on vacation, Hawaii, if they go to Italy, whatever, they're all gonna get in some deep shit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a character study on the flaws of everybody, basically, and very few of them come out of this learning anything from the whole thing. You just have a feeling that they're going to go on keeping on how they are. Some of the characters get resolutions in the end, which was nice to see. It was surprising, but for the most of them, they're just going to continue to be bad people. Some great performances, though. You got to love the acting on this season was very strong. That's really what made it work here. Jennifer Coolidge's character, befriending the gay guys, going out on the yacht. There was a lot of tension from that, with some secrets that you find out about them and that relationship. And then Theo James and then Ethan going head to head, never trusting each other, thinking that each other's spouses are sleeping with each other. So there you have that going too, and you kind of think that's where things are going to lead with the dead bodies and stuff, like those two are going to kill each other. Just a lot of crazy stuff happens. But overall, there's so much going on in the show, but I really enjoyed the season. I thought it was much stronger than the first one, better cast, and some really excellent performances led by Haley Lou Richardson. I'm going to be watching out for her in the future. She did a really great job in this breakout performance for sure. And it was great seeing Michael Imperioli on HBO again. He brings it every time. He's a great actor, and he proves it yet again with this role. Different than I've seen him before, a different character playing here, and he really did a great job. And I also loved F. Murray Abraham as the inappropriate dad who just says whatever comes out of his mouth. It felt familiar, with us and our dads and previous generations, how they acted and just said whatever and didn't care. And then us growing up in this world where you have to kind of be careful about that, but he just lets it fly. Farts is inappropriate, and it's funny.
I have to agree with everything you said. All around, just a better story, better cast. They ironed out a lot of issues I had with the first season, and I really had a fun time with this. Like I said, I binged it in a few days, so I was really involved in this. Few minor complaints about it, but overall, much better season. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this if they bring on another season 3, see where they end up and what happens there with more obnoxious, wealthy people. So that being said, I'm going to give season 2 of The White Lotus, streaming on HBO Max, a 4 out of 5 Michael Imperioli hair pieces.
Christopher.
AD.
White Lotus season 3, AD, has been it's been announced, so it's coming back for sure. We'll have to see where the location is, but it will be coming back. Can't wait to see what cast he's able to assemble this time for the White Lotus. So with that being said, I'm going to give the second season of The White Lotus a 4.5 out of 5 Mike White hairpieces.
So we're interested from hearing all you vacationers out there. What did you like about season 2 of The White Lotus? What didn't you like about it? What do you think is going to happen in the next season? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to click subscribe. Also, check out these Wild Boys on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV movie news and reviews.
I just booked our next vacation, Logan. We're
Where
staying
you
at the
going?
White Lotus. Guess where?
Algonquin, Illinois.
That's right. On March 31st, we're going to be there. So thank you guys for watching our review of the second season of The White Lotus. Let us know what you guys thought about it and what you're looking forward to in the next season. Thank you so much for watching us. And until the next Cinefellas TV review, I'm Uncle Henry Hill.
And I'm Logan Imperioli, signing out until the next TV review.
Cheers!